Walking is man's best medicine. Walking is man's best medicine. Hippocrates was a Greek physician 100 years ago, hundreds of years ago. And one of his famous quotes is walking is man's best medicine. If you think about it, and if you do a little bit of reading and research, one will realize that walking is man's best medicine in so many ways. Walking is very beneficial in many, many ways. It's a great way to reduce stress and anxiety. It's very calming. As you take a walk in your garden, for example, right now I'm walking in my backyard. You see my doggy running in front of me. And there are trees around. There are birds you can listen to. You hear the dog barking next door. It's very relaxing and very calming. It's first thing in the morning. The air is fresh and clean. The sun is just coming up. Very relaxing and a great way to start the day. If you can find a park, walk in your neighborhood if it's safe. My friend who's 80 years old walks in her gated condominium community, and she tells me that many other people in her community walk around the community. They take several laps. Now, I have a big backyard. I live on an acre of land. So what we have done is I used to go to the park at the school, but they don't really have any bigger space than we do. So what we have done is we walk in our backyard, and we walk 40 times around our backyard. And when I set the timer on my phone, which you can actually set your phone so that it counts the steps and tells you how many miles, and I have done that, and it says that I do 3 miles by walking 40 times around my yard. Pretty good, I might say. When I walk, especially first thing in the morning, it really energizes me. Sometimes, no matter how good a sleep we get, we'll wake up in the morning feeling a little bit low on energy. And if I drink water first thing in the morning, which I usually do, I drink about maybe 10 ounces of water with a half a lime squeezed in it in some warm water, and I drink that first thing. Okay, and now I'm on my second, which I've put a pinch of cayenne in the water. Sometimes I put some apple cider vinegar in the water. So walking, it'll energize you, it'll help to relax the mind, it brings a peace and a calm. Okay, so it's a good thing to develop a love for and a habit. Walking increases our circulation in our body. Okay, as we walk, the blood is easier pumped around our body, and that helps to decrease the pressure, the blood pressure. Okay, now most of us have heard, well, I wouldn't say most, some people have heard of the lymphatic system. Some people, the only time you've heard of the lymphatic system is that you hear about somebody who has lymphoma, which is a cancer of the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is the sewer of the body. The lymphatic system removes toxins and waste from the body, and so we have lymph nodes underneath our armpit, groin, to name a few places, And you will notice that if you have a little bit of inflammation, for example, a gum inflammation, um, and right along our jawline, we also have lymph node. You'll find that that lymph node will swell. Okay, if you have some kind of an inflammation going on, you'll have a little swelling under the armpit, the groin, you'll have a little swelling. Around the jawline, you'll have a little swelling. It's the lymphatic system doing its work. Now, if the lymph doesn't move freely around the body, we will develop problems. So the lymphatic fluid needs to be able to flow freely around the body in order to do its work, its scavenger work, its cleaning up work. Okay, it's like having a vacuum cleaner in our house, but the house is filled with furniture and the vacuum cleaner can't get to where it needs to go to clean up the debris and the dirt and the dust. The same way, the lymphatic fluid needs to be able to move around the body. And the only way, really, that is able to move around freely in the body to do its work of cleaning up the sewer work, to clean up the junk and the waste and the infections in our body, is through movement. Walking and exercise is the way that the lymphatic system will work, by moving the fluid around our body so that it can clean up the debris from our body. So you see, it's important to walk, because if our lymphatic system isn't working properly, we're not going to be healthy. All right, so walking is very, very important. It decreases our blood pressure, decreases stress, improves circulation. And when circulation is improved, it benefits the entire body, because really we cannot be healthy unless we have healthy, oxygenated blood flowing freely throughout our body. So yes, walking is very important. Walking improves the digestion and helps for those of us that tend to be constipated. Walking helps. I remember in the hospital, working in the hospital, and when we had patients that had surgery, especially those digestive surgery, abdominal surgery, and they, for days, they would be not unable to pass gas or to move their bowel, and we always encourage them, get up every 2 hours and do a few laps around the nurse's station. It'll get things moving in the digestive tract so you can pass gas and eventually move your bowel. So walking is very important. Also, we would encourage these patients to move, to walk, to move their legs, okay, so that they can prevent the formation of blood clots in the calves, which could subsequently break off and head to the lungs and the heart and block circulation, and they end up with a clot that could kill them or something like that. So yeah, walking is so very important. It improves our respiratory system and helps us to be able to breathe better. If we're a little bit congested, we're coughing, we're congested in the head, walking will help to clear that, especially if you do it first thing in the morning when there's nice, fresh, clean air. Okay, so walking, yes, indeed, is man's best medicine, and it is something that we should strive to do on a regular basis, and to enjoy and to love. If you feel bored, you feel down, get up, go to the park and go for a walk, or in your backyard or wherever it is that you can get a good walk and center yourself and relax the mind and get some physical and emotional therapy. Okay, so yes, indeed, walking is man's best medicine, and it is something that I have learned to love and to enjoy. It's my favorite form of exercise, and I encourage you to do the same. Take care. God bless you. And till we meet again.